Welcome everybody. This is Az126 and I'm your host Corey J, the Arizona Eclectic, and we're here to bring you all the Arizona artists from A to Z. Today we brought Professor JG. He's in the building right quick. What's up, man? I appreciate you coming through to the show.
Hell yeah, bro.
But first, let's talk a little bit about the show. What the goal is for the show is I'm trying to find all the Arizona artists out there, whether it be musicians, comedians, producers, YouTube personnel, whatever is out there from A to Z. We're going to find them and put them on one hub where you'll find on the website so that everybody can find a little bit of flavor and they won't have to bite off whatever California or I guess now Colorado is going to be doing. So, just give us some hometown flavor because, everybody needs that in their life.
Yep. I was actually born and raised here, bro. So, I'm glad.
Hometown flavor?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? So, I'm just excited about what you're doing, bro, because we got to put our city on the map in every way, bro. We got to support each other as locals, bro, because we all living in this together, bro. This is our city, bro. Whether you born here or came here, when you were 6 years old or something, you just rep where you at, bro. This is our home, man. This is our earth, bro. You feel me?
That's all it is, man. Like, I've been here since I was a freshman in high school, came down in 2005, and my dad was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot, so I didn't really have nowhere that I could call home. So, when I planted here, there ain't no reason why I couldn't call this place home. So, you gotta rep what you got, and this is what I got. So, this is what I'm bringing for y'all.
Much love, bro.
JG is here. We're going to talk about January so far this year. Today is February 1st, 2016, and January has been a crazy month so far, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about his new mixtape that's going to be coming out. It's been delayed a little bit, but it's okay.
It's all good. It's on the way. It's coming, bro.
What's the name for him?
It's going to be a surprise mixtape. It is called Procrastination at its best, and yeah, I did kind of wait till the last minute, but at the same time, I do have my opportunity, and sometimes setbacks are just to help you grow, because not everything works out the way you plan it, but as long as you got plans, God has a plan as well. So eventually they're gonna intersect. You feel me? At least that's what I believe.
That's real. Eventually. Hey, no matter what happens, no matter how much shit happens, eventually some shit's gonna go your way. You just gotta make sure you maximize on that opportunity.
It's all about having faith, man. All about having faith in yourself and your peers around you, no matter, whether they have problems or not, bro. None of us are perfect, bro, but you gotta have faith in your people, bro. No matter who they are.
That's the thing. A lot of people nowadays, they don't wanna help anybody that can't immediately help them back. People want something and they want something in return real quick. Like, everything don't happen in a day. Rome won't build in a day, I'm pretty sure.
It's a give and take world. You know what I mean? If you ain't giving, you're probably taking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you're not giving, you know what I mean? If you're not giving your wealth, you're most likely taking it for yourself, whether it'll be the right way or the wrong way. If you can somehow find a right way to do things, knowing that your conscience is clean at the end of the day, that's the ultimate happiness. That's the ultimate heaven. That's right there. You know what I mean?
That's heaven on earth. That's dispersing the wealth right there.
Yes, sir.
Disperse what you're worth. But
it's all happiness right
before
there.
all that, let's start with a bunch of 2016 topics. What's going on this month? So far, the first thing that happened, I don't know what day this happened on, but David Bowie died. David Bowie, the musician, died of cancer at the age of 69. I wasn't a big David Bowie fan. I didn't listen to a lot of shit. I couldn't name 2 songs, but
changes. Honestly, that's like probably the only David Bowie song I know. But rest in peace to David Bowie and all the artistic influence he's left, because he's obviously left influence on people who have influenced us. We're talking about We're talking about big artists that we look up to today. So, we got to be able to, pay our dues and, respect to everybody who's lived on this earth and has made an impact in a big way. Rest in peace, David Bowie.
Exactly. Me personally, I'm not a David Bowie fan, but I'm a fan of the people who are fans of David Bowie. I'm a fan of Kanye West. I'm a fan of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Timberland, all the producers. The thing is, the producers that you listen to a lot on albums, mixtapes, anything of your favorite rappers, hip-hop artists, a lot of times they're doing stuff elsewhere too. They're cashing in checks elsewhere with rockers, fucking pop singers, everything.
Yes,
so
sir.
you definitely need to start paying more respect to producers because they are just important in every way. They throw that art in there, that little bit of flavor to them on it, that nice sheen coat on it.
Yeah, they go hand in hand with it with the lyrics. You know, like there's a lot of rappers these days that really just come up off the really good production that they have on their music, and it's funny to see that because you realize that it's really not just talented lyricists making it. It's actually beat makers who have literally taken the time to make music and had, you know, guitar and, you know, actually learning piano and guitar. These these are people who actually know their music, know their chords, and there's a lot to study in music, man. It's not just, you know, just writing lyrics or writing rhymes, man. There's a lot that really goes into this, and if you're really serious about that, in 2016, you know, if we want to talk about 2020, there's a lot of people that are going to be using very, very deep computer editing with their music, but I feel like we're kind of falling back on that whole instrumentation thing, you know, whole actual band with everything, you know what I mean?
They know what a fucking D note on a banjo sound like mixed with the oboe. They know like the combinations and shit, and that's a craft. DJ Khaled came up in December 2015 on Snapchat. Like, he was big because, of course, DJ Khaled is a world-known producer. Like, the dude makes good beats for good songs.
All I do is win.
But for a long time, he was just like a joke because he was like proposing to Rihanna. He was getting fatter with Rick Ross.
Yeah, with the whole Nicki Minaj thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
what. Oh, my bad. I said Rihanna. Yeah, Nicki Minaj. He proposed to Nicki Minaj. I was like, I love you. And it's just like ridiculous that this dude came up on Snapchat just doing like motivation shit, and he probably gonna get bank. He probably gonna get fucking cash.
Probably.
He been a principal for a day at a middle school. I'd be like, God damn, I would love to have been at that middle school that day. That dude giving his motivational speeches. They don't want you to pass your classes. They don't want you to stay here. They don't want you to get out the city.
They don't want you to win.
They was hating on me when they saw me step out the ghost. The dude's ridiculous. Fucking but yeah, so that's 2015. But let me go back on topic. I don't know, man. This next thing, it's like a hit and miss for me. Like, I don't care, but we're gonna talk about it anyway, because in some way, I think everybody has some kind of attachment to it because that's what they've been since birth. What I'm talking about is NASA has decided to switch up the Zodiac calendar. They added a new one. I got the name of the new one. I ain't fucking memorized this. But all I know is I used to be a Scorpio my whole life. I don't know really traits or qualities for that, but I know when it was Scorpio season, I could say Scorpio season. But now I'm a Libra now, so I don't know what that
I'll say I'm a Libra now.
Yeah, that's like a scale. Like, I remember, like, I was like, okay. Because it took some effort. Like, I was like, fuck a Scorpion. That shit's stupid as fuck.
A lot of horoscopes you had to go through, bro.
I had to learn how to appreciate the Scorpion, and then they gave me a scale, and now I gotta fucking be like, yes, nigga, I'm evened out. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you said you was that new one. What's that new one
I used to be a Sagittarius, so I was born December 17th, and I don't know what it's called, bro. It says the 13th Zodiac now.
This shit. It says December. You were born December 17th.
Yeah.
Damn, this shit says Ophiuchus.
Ophiuchus. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus.
Apparently, I used to be a Sagittarius. I used to.
That's the thing. Do you know any like qualities? I don't know any qualities. I don't believe in the qualities. I think they put generic ass shit on those daily horoscopes that people will vibe with. Sometimes that shit does vibe with me for the day, and I'm like, God damn, there might be some shit to this. But personally, I'm not a big horoscope reader. I don't read that shit on a daily basis.
Then again, who really believes NASA?
Yeah, you was
The
talking
whole
about that a
world.
little bit. Since we talking about NASA and space, we're gonna go straight into Bob. Bob and what's a physicist? The physicist from the show Cosmos, Neil deGrasse Tyson. So they got some kind of beef going on out of nowhere. What happened is Bob went on a little. I'm not gonna call it a rant. He tweeted a couple tweets out saying that.
It was a lot of tweets.
Yeah, it was.
They're not there anymore, bro. I knew exactly what went on. I paid very close attention to that situation.
B.O.B. thinks the Earth is flat. I saw Tila Tequila talk about this last year, but B.O.B. thinks the Earth is flat, and he could think it, or he could have just tweeted it just to see what happened. But I'm thinking he believes it because he came out with a diss track for the physicist from Cosmos. So if you guys want to check that out, Google up B.O.B. diss track, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I haven't listened to that shit yet because I think the whole thing is B.O.B. maybe trying to stir something up just because he knows he hasn't really had anything going with his no genre label. I don't know if he really thinks it, or I don't know if he's trying to get people to think higher, like think why are we so against somebody thinking something like that?
Look, if you want to know the truth, do the research for your damn self. Do our own projects, do our own math.
What, short of a full TV showing the full rotation of the Earth, will it take for you to believe that the Earth, not you believe, but for there to be like undeniable proof that the Earth is round? So what would it take, short of like just showing the Earth going around, would it take to prove? Like, what is proof? What is proof to people? I think a lot of it is what is
proof is seeing. Proof is seeing for yourself. Proof is seeing in your front of your eyes. That's
I
proof.
think that's a big problem with the world now because people don't want to see. If they don't see it, they won't believe it.
Exactly.
People will tell them. People will tell them the same thing, but they won't. Since it's not in their field of vision, they won't believe it. Like, let's talk about Flint. Flint has been having issues for years. They've been having issues for as far back 2011, maybe before. They've been having issues with the not the sewage in the pipes, but there being rusty water. They told somebody, but they didn't publicize it, so nobody believes them. Nobody believes them until it actually happens, and since they can't see it, it's not an issue. What will it take for people to just take people's word for granted? Understanding that a lot of what we see is fed to us knowing that it's going to get us to a certain point of view. Like they show us X, Y, Z because they know it's going to get us to either do this. You think they're showing us Donald Trump because they honestly think Donald Trump is the best runner for president? They're showing us Donald Trump so they can figure out who are the people that are just going to follow Donald Trump.
Well, you want to know what I think, bro? Anybody that supports Donald Trump is scared. They're full of fear. They are, bro.
We'll get to that, but where I was going was they're finding the people who will just follow the sheep, who will just follow the herd.
Okay, I know what you're getting at.
So they can practice publicizing to them because that's where they'll sell everything.
So we're still on the whole flat earth.
So everything is going to sheep going with the crowd, and that's where they publicize it. So nobody wants to take anybody's word for granted anymore. People need to figure out either one, how to find shit for themselves and keep that shit to themselves, or two, make it so everything is public knowledge, so there is no limitations to anything. But this nitpicking, picking what people can know, choosing what people can know, preventing what people can know, all that bullshit has to stop. Alright, what were you saying? My bad.
Nah, bro, it's all good, bro. All I know is that we all live on this world together, bro. We might not agree on everything, but we all can agree on just love, bro. That's the reason we're here, man. We're not here to fight each other. We're not here for greed. We're not here for nothing else, really, man. And whatever Donald Trump is doing right now, this guy is really just bringing out the fear in people, bringing out that, okay, these are the people that are scared because they think Mexicans are taking their jobs. They think black people are some type of you know, that,
Right,
a
of course.
a mistake to let him have free. Like there's people who literally believe that every single day, bro. Like this guy's literally insulting Muslims, people who are just innocent people, bro. And just because he assumes of what a couple hundred people do, maybe 1,000, but dude, Donald Trump is he's really just pushing a bad movement to really a lot of people, bro.
Donald Trump has said during one of his rallies that he himself is surprised that his followers follow him to the extent that they do. He has said that he could shoot somebody in front of everybody on Fifth Avenue and his followers would still follow him. I don't know about you, but have you heard of anybody running for president that has said anything close to that?
No, bro.
But
never.
this dude is supposed to be
This
the
is
top of the line on their side, and
it's frustrating. It's
even
frustrating.
Republicans hate him. It's just there's a certain group of people that just don't think in America that would rather just vote for him because they're like, well, I don't even care. What are my options again? Him or them? I know this name.
It's really sad. It really is.
Ain't that some shit? We're gonna talk about a couple more things. I want to talk about the Oscar boycott, and then so we came back. We got the actual statistics for the Academy Awards and the diversity gap for that ass. All right, so the Academy branches of producers. This is how many people have won the Academy Awards in the last 85 years. Actually, no, this is a little mistaken. This is 1927 to 2012, so it's a little fucked up. Some may have changed. But from 1927 to 2012, out of all the producers nominated and won, 98% were white, 2% were other. The writers, 98% were white, 2% were others. Actors, 88% were white, 2% were other. Now,
that's almost 100 years right there.
That's 85 years. So
no, bro, that's 85 years.
Yeah, that's what I said, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But ain't that some shit?
That's crazy.
But at that point, is it that Academy Awards are being dealt out unfairly, or maybe they just match up with the movies? Because when you watch movies, it's all white people anyway. You know what I mean? You have like a couple of people. Now in the movies in the last 5 years, they've been getting a lot better at diversifying the movies and having more people of color in the movies. It's just natural roles, just like everyday people. But maybe it's just, there's just more white actors portraying roles, so more white actors are going to get awards. It could be as simple as that, but I don't know. Does the numbers change anything for you?
Honestly, like, we shouldn't talk about the past as much as we should talk about the future. Like, we should really talk about the future a lot more. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
We should talk about the future that we have, because we've already formed a very diverse culture here in America itself. I mean, it's not like other places around the world. It's very unique, and that's what makes us the most powerful country on earth right now. So we really gotta take that into consideration, because if we don't, then eventually we're gonna drown in whatever.
We're gonna drown in some kind of shit that's gonna happen. Eventually,
we gotta
something's gonna happen.
in ourselves. We gotta believe in ourselves. That's what it comes down to. I believe in all races and everybody, because we're all human beings. We're all born with the same hearts and souls and minds. Hell, especially when you're healthy. Thank God for that. You know what I mean? I'm very faithful.
I think when there are people out there dying because of things that are happening that is obviously more important than stuff like this. I think this is just another layer on top of a very, very tall cake. But at the same time, I believe that the constant acknowledgement of all this stuff is both helping and hindering people.
It is.
People are now being more aware than ever before that there is racial abuse, racial straits between classes, things like that. Another thing is, it has gotten to the point where you see it so much you're desensitized. Where when you see it, you're like, I don't even want to go down that road anymore because I've had to fucking talk about this for so long. So it's definitely it's a slippery slope that we're on here in America, especially in states that have a lot of cultures that swirl, and
Yep.
so it's just a thing you can
It
think.
all works
It's
the same.
just
We all
a
make
thing
money.
to think
We all
about. Just
surviving off food.
always
You know
just
what I mean?
look to the
All the
future.
same.
Look to the future. Look to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put your problems in the future, but look to better the future.
Yes, sir.
But at that point, on that note, let's talk about Procrastination at its best. The mixtape coming up with Professor JG on. Do you have a date for it?
I don't. It's gonna be a surprise mixtape, but I'm pretty sure the the album will very much speak for itself, because I'm not calling it an album because it's really not a project, bro. I mean, people. I mean, it's a project itself, but I'm talking about a mixtape. Like, it really is something that I really wanted to show people what I've really been going on with my music in the last 5 years, bro, because I've been doing this shit for a while already, man. And I'm just really, honestly, very, very positive and very, I'm trying to humble myself as much as I can, you know what I mean? I don't want to be too cocky about it. That's my honesty right here, you know what I mean? I don't want to just come off and say I'm the best fucking rapper.
I got a question. Let me just put this so we can put this inside of actual. Do you think it will be out in the next 2-3 months, or do you think it's
for
coming
sure
out this month? Or
definitely, bro. Definitely. I wouldn't be doing this interview if it wasn't.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? It's done.
This is so other people can know out there. We're gonna have links to the description for Soundcloud and everything. We're gonna see that at the end. But as far as I've heard a lot of the songs on there. What message are you trying to send with this album? What message are you trying to send to, let's say, are you try to send different messages for different age groups? Like if it's somebody your age, I heard it a lot for me. For somebody around your age, it's more like it's an optimistic feel. Like if you put in the hard work, if you put in the effort, you're gonna get where you need to go. Would it be the same message for somebody who's a little younger? Like say somebody in high school that was watching this, decided to download it?
Here's my thing, is I really was more of a different rapper when I first started. Honestly, I was JG Killin', and I really had to make a transition. So JG Killin', the mixtape, that was my first mixtape I came out with. I was just remixed.
So known by that, okay, yeah.
I just remixed a bunch of songs, and so really I ended up growing from that, kind of seeking to keep that in my back pocket, knowing that I always had that JG Killin' side. But I really wanted to bring out the artistic, because that first mixtape was dropped by Prof JG. That is a side of Prof JG, but now what I'm really trying to show people with Procrastination at its best being my second project, I haven't dropped a project now in 2 years, in about 4 months now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a long time for an artist.
You were pretty consistent when you were just making out all the remixes, so.
Yeah. Now, I was dropping singles in between, you know what I mean? Anybody that's been on my SoundCloud.
Got that rapper higher, just like, let me rap some more on this, let me rap on this, I like this beat.
Yeah, and I was just inspired by a lot of these, really dope artists like J. Cole. I remix Drake, I remix Big Sean. These are dudes, I've been looking up to since high school, And so, I'm a 93 baby. Now, I'm trying to show all these 97, 96, 91, that 97, 98, 99. Bro, we're the next generation, homie. What kind of life do you really want to live? Do you really want to live a life of struggle and pain? People go through that. People go through that for real. But do you really want to make that your life? Do you want to look about, you know what I mean? You can consistently make that if you keep that regret inside your mind. We all go through pain, but it's all about forgiving yourself, forgiving other people around you, moving on from that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry about Hey, dude, like it's really just about loving yourself, bro, and loving the people who help you, bro. Yeah, that's all it really is, And it's all about, for anybody. I'm really more trying to show people that there is an artistic side. You can be artistic with music. You can be but use rap, as a reference. I like to sing. I like to mess with beats. I definitely like to write. That's one of my favorite parts of
creating
process,
bro.
But it's very frustrating at times, bro. You know what I mean? Like the writing has its ups and downs. That's why it's not my complete favorite part. You know what I mean? But it takes just so time consuming, all of it, especially if you want to do all of it. And the last 3 years, I've really just been finding myself, and now I feel like it was right for me to not drop any projects in between, because I would have shown more of me trying to be somebody that I wasn't at the time. Like 2 years ago, I wasn't the person I am today. 1 year and a half ago, I wasn't the same as I am right now. You know what I mean?
Music is a little bit different, man. But you've always been able to. You're always a quick rapper. He was a very quick rapper. Like your words were always real precise and they flowed together. You're always able to speak in a long string of words without having to take or knowing when to take that little air break. See, I don't do nothing but freestyle, so when I rap, it's all slow and monotonous. Yeah, you got this. But
the thing about me
so
that
it takes practice. It takes time to figure out how to do that.
Like, bro, when I was younger, I kind of struggled with my speech. I struggled with being able to say what I wanted to say, because first I started off speaking with Spanish, so that was my first language. Now me having both of them, I guess I look back now and I realize that it really was tough for me, but I ended up realizing that in rap, you really got to be able to bring it, we're talking about all concepts of hip hop and the actual culture. You have to have respect for it. You have to acknowledge the people who have done it, not only 10 years ago, 20 years ago, bro, but
it's a lot of, you gotta study it like it's an actual class you taking. That's the thing. Nobody gets good without practice. Nobody gets good without studying. Nobody gets good without preparing.
I mean, like I've always looked at hip hop as, I really like this guy, his point of view. It really was never. It seems like so many people that I meet, and I don't know if it's just the artist's point of view, but so many people I meet say like, I like this guy, but I fucking hate this guy. And just like, you know what I mean? Like
a lot of people
why?
like Hobson.
This is how I see it. Everybody has different point of views. Everybody goes through different shit in life. They're always gonna go ahead and express that in their music. Just because you don't understand what they've gone through, you don't have to judge them as in you hate them, as in they're fake, as in they're not who they are.
They're just not for you.
Because they're obviously, everybody's real in their own way. Everybody says they're real because we obviously are real. We're fucking all living on this earth. We can all communicate with each other. It's not like we're just, it's just some of us are just holograms walking around. You know what I mean? Like, it's really just.
It feels like that sometimes.
Like, bro, we're all human beings, bro.
Yeah, man, it feels like that sometimes. A lot of people, you could just meet people where it's like nothing phases them. Same day in, day out, no emotion, nothing. Just numb. But as far as your album's going, man, that's good. You need progression. People need progression. They need to change. They need a question. They need to ask themselves, is where I'm at right now where I want to stay? And especially at being a young dude like you are, being young like probably our viewers are, you do not want to be where you are now later on in life. No matter what you're doing now, may be good, may be bad, you do not want to be doing that later on in life. You want to go on to something else. You want to conquer the next plateau. You want to take that next step higher. You want to climb that mountain. You want to get to where you could see yourself.
There's just so much that's possible, bro. This whole planet is ours, bro. This planet, Earth, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's all ours, bro. And yeah, I just want to explore it as much as I can. I've always had dreams of just being massively successful, doing what I love, but all it takes is the hard work, bro. I feel like I've done my part, honestly. As a writing perspective, I've done my part. I just gotta go ahead and push it, bro. It's a lot to it, man. It's a lot.
I could say
it's a lot to take in, but
I could say from knowing you for like 5 years, you have a passion for the music that I don't see in a lot of people that make music.
Thanks.
So
thanks. I appreciate
what you put into the actual craft.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, I got you. Like, I honestly,
I've known this dude for a while, bro.
I can see it.
We homies. We homies, though.
My biggest thing is, my biggest fear is public speaking. No matter what. I've said a couple times on the show that I wanted to be a comedian growing up. Basically, my goal was to be a comedian for a while and then have a late night talk show where I just interview people. I've done stand up out there, and I hate public speaking, but once you start talking, every word gets easier. No matter what you do, with every word that you're speaking, it's getting easier. No matter what you're doing, you're figuring out, you're problem solving, you're fixing stuff.
We all have fears, bro, and it's all about overcoming them, bro. And it's not hard to overcome them, man. You really just have to go ahead and just take that extra step, bro. And once you're past that, you feel so confident and so happy about yourself that you did. Cause I know I had my problems, bro. I had my problems growing up, man. I used to get bullied. I used to get pushed around. I felt like shit sometimes, bro. But it's all about how I reacted to life. I feel like this is not gonna be my life forever. I knew that in my life ever since I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. I knew that it's not gonna be my life. It's gonna be my life. I know one day I'm gonna do something. Eventually I felt, that like, why not? Why this music has just done so much for me throughout my life already. Why wouldn't I go ahead and return that favor for a younger generation? I'm obviously the next seed, bro. We next, bro. The 90s babies, we next,
try.
bro.
That's all we can do is just try. And it's just, if I could put it in one sentence, is just, all your failed attempts are rough edits for your next project.
Hey,
that's
straight
all
up. Hey, that's all it is, bro. We just here to inspire each other, bro. That's what we're supposed to do. We shouldn't bring each other down, man. It's not how this life is supposed to work, man. You gotta go ahead and support the people around you, bro. Honestly, bro, I really don't care about the position I'm in right now. I know I'm nobody right now. I know that I only have, just a pocket full of people who really, really sincerely fuck with me, and I know those people. I know that, and I'm gonna be aware of that consciously for the rest of my life. From the beginning, you know what's up, bro. This is just the start of something very.
This is the start of something. This is Az126.
Very, very important.
We brought Professor JG here to talk about January 2016. This is end of February 1st. Last thing I want to say is thank y'all for y'all support. Please follow JG at all the links down below. We're running out of time because the battery dying, but we're going to put the links down below, or maybe I'll put them right here on the back.
Later.
We figure out how to work this yet. So y'all have a good day. We love y'all. Y'all have a good one. We out.
JG signing out. Oh.